What's going on, everybody? My name is DJ Carlo Atendido and welcome to Mix With Me number 8's Mixplanation video. So in this type of video, I basically explain the mix I just made for you guys. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So let's break down the scratch section I'm about to do right over here. Now this is Bumaye, and this whole part here from Q point B to the end is just a build-up for the chorus, which should be here. But it's not here because I removed it from this edited audio file. And I removed it because I want the Señorita's drop to be the chorus of this whole track. And that is why it's blank here, and that is why we're on the way to this section over here, which is the chorus. Now, look at this audio sample over here. This is the Bumaye drop. This is Bu, Ma, Ye, and this is Come On. We're not gonna use the Come On, so just ignore that. So I just activated an echo effect on this scratch sample over here, because when you're gonna activate an echo effect, it just makes your scratches sound a lot more cleaner and smoother. And since we're gonna be scratching for a long time, specifically from this section over here to this section over here, it's ideal to sound as clean as possible. And when it comes to scratch routines in general, sounding clean should be your top priority. And second to that should be having structure in your scratch routine. Having patterns, structure, and just thought into what you're scratching and how you're scratching it just goes a long way in showcasing and highlighting how good you are in scratching. Yes, it's cool to do technical scratches and flares and autobahns and boomerangs, but sometimes the simplest scratches like transforms, chirps, and reverse chirps sound best. And those are the scratches that I implemented over here with the Ma and the Ye. And it may sound like a complicated scratch, but this pattern is very simple because it only involves those 3 scratches I just mentioned to you a while ago. But what makes it sound really good is how I scratch at the offbeat sections of this track here, specifically here. And that's when I backspin. So that's going to be the general pattern and structure we're going to implement from this section here to this section over here. Now, one thing to note about scratching Bumaye is that when this audio sample dropped, I had to immediately backspin to the Ma and to the Ye. Let's rewind so I can show you that. So one backspin there, and now we are ready to scratch at the drop over here. And we're going to scratch, of course, Ma and the Ye. Okay. Now we're going to do the same pattern again for another 8 or 16 beats. Now we're going to go to my favorite part of this routine, which is the juggle. So that's going to be me juggling Thotiana, which begins at Q point D. Now I've really just sort of connected these 2 tracks together, which is Señorita and Thotiana, because they both sound very alike. And since I wanted to make this mix just flow, I already put these 2 songs together. So yes, it is already an inbuilt transition within a mix. But what makes this transition sound even better is the fact that we're going to juggle it. Now, you may be wondering, what is beat juggling? What it is the art of going back and forth between 2 tracks at the same section in rhythmic patterns. And this is a really popular technique back in the day during the 1970s, 80s, when DJs were trying to be better than each other in terms of being more skillful on the decks. And beat juggling was another way to just show how good you are as a DJ. And if you think about it, back in the day, DJs didn't have any loops with their songs. So the only way to make a loop was to make a live loop, which was juggling. And that's what we're gonna do right over here. But we're gonna do a specific kind of juggle. It's not like a regular juggle, which goes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What we're gonna do is this. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, it's a lot easier performed than said, so let's watch what I do. So I'm already ready with Q point D on the other deck, and we're gonna drop this at the offbeat section over here, which should be this section. Here we go. So we did a baby scratch, and we're gonna do the same thing again. So we went back to the other deck, brought back the sample, which is Q point D, and we're gonna again play that at the offbeat sections of this track over here. Again, now we're at the other side, we're at deck 2. We're gonna do the same thing again, but this time we're gonna trigger cue point D so that we can go back and do that section again.